Man, do I love to throw a spinnerbait. But on the highland reservoirs that I live on, there's really only 2 prime times to really throw those things. But blade configuration is extremely important both times a year. Since we're in September, let me show you what I like to do in the fall. Now geeks, if you all haven't seen some of my videos talking about spinnerbaits in the past, you really need to go check out a couple different ones. But I'll put a link to a couple at the end of this video, especially talking about blades and blade selection. Not only blade selection, but blade color. That's one of the most important things to me when it comes to fishing a spinnerbait. We're not going to dive into that yet, but one of the things I do want to touch on is in the intro, you know, we talked about blade selection. And one of the things that I love to do is fish a spinnerbait. And if you've been around for a while, you've seen some of those fishing videos where we fish a spinnerbait during the shad spawn. Now, I like to throw a single willow leaf. I know a lot of people will like to throw a dual or some sort of combo, but in the clear water that I fish, I like that single because it looks like one good shad swimming with another good shad, and the bass are going to come up and clock it. So, and that's something that not a lot of people do. But in the fall, it's totally different. But I will say this, finding a multi-blade spinnerbait, and what I mean by multi-blade, that's got good blade turn at slow speeds is hard to do. Because really, you can't get with standard blades a good vibration from all 3 or even 4 blades until now. So another video that you can go check out, and we'll put a link to this one also, is last year's fall fry collection drop by Bizz Baits. Now, Bizz makes a lot of cool baits. We've been using a lot of their baits. I met them down in Raleigh, North Carolina at an expo a few years ago, and I love their spinnerbaits. I love their ring rollers. A lot of good baits, man. A lot of good baits that they make, from soft plastics to what I call wire baits, jigs, spinnerbaits, buzz baits. But this is the 3-blade. Now, they came out with the 3-blade last year, and we talked about it. I picked up some, and these are a limited time. This is a limited time drop. So when they're gone, they're gone. They may not ever come back. But the 3-blade is incredible, and one of the things that I love is these are custom made thin blades. They call them the hyper spin blade. These come with top quality swivels and split rings. They also come with an incredibly realistic eye, which I love. I love it. I think it really is a big deal on a lot of different baits. And they are all hand-tied skirts too. So wire-tied skirts, they're ultra fine cut skirts too. So everything about this spinnerbait, even though we've got 3 blades, is finesse. But that's not all. They did something a little bit different this year, and I'm really excited about that. Bizz Baits always trying to up themselves, and this year they came out with the 4-blade. Now, this is something that I'm a huge fan of. We've already kind of put this one to the test, caught a nice 3.5, almost 4 pound largemouth off of it today. But again, the same sort of setup. You got the large eye, you've got the fine wire, the hyper spin blades that are going to spin up very slowly. And one thing I didn't mention is these are super slick BKK hooks. So top quality components all the way around. So each blade configuration comes in 2 different size heads. This is the 3/8 ounce, and this is the 1/2 ounce. Now, the one that I've been showing you, that is natural shad. That's my favorite, but they come in several different colors, and here's a few for you. So this is Snow White, and this is Spot Remover. So I picked up a couple of their minnows. And if you haven't seen these are the 3.5. I'm telling you, they're great. They've got the swimming minnow and the standard minnow. This is their minnow style bait. Really good bait. And I like the girth on them. You know, everybody take a drink. I like the girthy minnow from Bizz Baits. Now, I picked up 2 colors to use with these spinnerbaits. This is Tennessee shad, and this is Pearl Magic. All right, so real quick, how to rig them up. Guys, in every video I show a piston knot. San Diego Jam piston, my favorite knots, but I'm going to show you how to put this little minnow on here. Now, something that I like is they've got spots down the back so you can kind of see where you're going to come out at. So what I'm going to do is I am going to measure it out just a little bit, and we can see it's going to come out pretty much on that last little mark there. I'm just going to come straight through the center. Make sure we keep it dead center, dead straight until we come out that bottom hole right there. And then we're just going to shove it up and over that keeper, make it nice and fat, pull it back down, and there you have the finished product. Now, let's talk about rod, reel, and line for this little bait. All right, so this is my spinning combo. This is a Douglas Era. This is a 7'1", medium heavy fast. It's a C715F. I will put links in here. And Douglas gave us a 10% off. This is a $100 casting rod. It has got some incredible cork handles. Love the battleship gray color on them. These eras are insane. You should go try it, and the 10% discount code is right here, so you'll have an even better reason to go pick one up. Now, I've got that coupled with a Lew's Custom Pro. This is an older reel, but it allows me to cast a mile. This is a 6/8 to 1, and that allows me to speed it up and burn it, or slow it down and slow roll it. Love that speed from Lew's. And as always, what I've got on here, 12-pound test fluorocarbon, 100% fluorocarbon, which is the Pro 100 from K9, and also 10% off from K9. You need to try this line. So the very first thing you want to do when you're throwing this is you want to find the shad, be in the area where the shad are. Once you find the area where the shad are, you're going to want to fish things like points. You're going to want to fish those laydowns, those areas where those bass are not necessarily going to be out there chasing, but they're going to be in there ambushing. They're going to be in there hiding. So they're going to be around some rock. They're going to be around some wood, some brush, and that's where you're going to throw this. They might even be setting belly on the bottom around just some chunk rock. That's where you're going to want to throw this, because they see this coming by as a small school of shad, and they're not going to pass this meal up. Now, for me, I love to throw a spinnerbait in some of the gnarliest stuff I can find, but because I'm on a highland reservoir, one of the things that I love to do is throw it up there shallow, give it a couple of real quick cranks of the reel handle, then stop it and let it drop just a little bit, and then slow roll it. Every once in a while, about every third to fourth turn of the reel handle, I'll give it just a little tweak with the rod tip to make those blades do something unusual and crazy. And sometimes that'll fire those bass up and get them to eat. When it comes to setting the hook, look, this is a good heavy duty hook. I'm just going to set it at a 45 degree. I'm going to bring them to the boat, because that's a lot of stuff going on. We don't want them throwing it. Get them to the boat, get them on your thumb, or boat hop them, whichever way. If you got a net, even better. Get those fish in. You don't really have to fight them. Don't necessarily drag them in, but get those bass to the boat. So make sure you go check this out. Like I said, they're out now. This is the fall fry drop from Bizz Baits. Make sure you go check them out. There's a very limited number of them out there. So get them while they last. Now, if you want to learn more about why I think blades are the most important thing, make sure you go watch this video right here. If you want to check out the ring roller by Bizz Baits, go check out this video right here. Otherwise, questions, comments in the comment section below. Like it if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell. Be part of the 100% Watch Squad. Close it in on 90K. You geeks rock.